Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Champ Chris, and in this video I'll be going over everything I know about Crait when it comes to how to win and how to just be more successful in general, so be sure to stick around. Alright, so first off, I'll be going over what to do when you're on the Resistance. When you first start off, I like to get one of the ion disruptors as fast as possible before anybody else. If you can obtain one and run back to where you know that no other enemy soldiers are going to be and fire it at the walker, you can get a lot of battle points from that. All you have to do is find a hole in the ground, and there are a lot. I've once gotten over 15,000 battle points on this map just from doing this in one life. Unfortunately, I was too dumb to actually take a screenshot of this happening, so for those of you who don't believe me, then oh well. Of course, if you aren't into getting one of the ion disruptors and you like to be a specialist in snipe, there are plenty of enemies that love to run above ground, so you can rack up some serious kills doing it that way. Those are pretty much the main two ways I know of how to get battle points super quickly on this map, so unless if you have insane one-on-one skills and just run around underground killing others and getting crazy kill streaks, those strategies are your best bet. Anyways, once you've gotten enough battle points for a hero, which is what I highly recommend spending them on this map, Princess Leia is who you want. A lot of the time when I get her on this map, there's plenty of time to spare until the walkers reach their destination, so I love to go to the very back tunnel on the map and just constantly use her secondary fire. For those of you who don't know, Leia's secondary fire will actually track enemies down, so this can make for a serious kill streak. Most of the time, her secondary fire will one-shot any class, but sometimes it will take two to kill a regular trooper. I'm not sure the exact number of shots it takes to kill a death trooper, but it will certainly take at least a few. And for those of you who think this is just a dirty way to play, I kind of agree. It's super annoying when you're running along minding your own business and you die from Leia's secondary fire, but it's just so effective at putting you high on the leaderboards that when you have the opportunity to do it, I just say go for it. And like I said, you can rack up a pretty big kill streak doing this. I think I've gotten just around 35 with Leia on this map. I know there's been better done before, but that's still a pretty decent number in my opinion. You can just keep going and going shooting the secondary fire in the back until either an annoying specialist keeps shooting you and you just can't seem to spot him, or when an assault or heavy comes right beside you and attempts to kill you, and is successful simply because your one-on-one skills with Leia absolutely sucks. Anyways, after this phase, when you're defending the area, I like to stay in the back to defend without taking too much damage. I deploy her shield as much as possible, and I also like to try to snipe down ATSDs without being caught, but eventually you do have to realize that the area is going to be taken, because from what I've experienced, 95% of the time it does, and you have to fall back and go into sniping mode instead. The last phase is when I use Leia's rapid fire the most. I find it very useful to go through the side tunnels and kill anyone that runs through the area. Overall, be aggressive but not crazy aggressive, and you can do really well in this phase. I know I've been talking a lot about Leia, it's just that I find her to be the best way to be super successful on this map. If you can't get Leia at the beginning, and the player that's playing her just won't die, which I've experienced a lot, then I think either Chewie, Yoda, Finn, or Rey are great backup choices as well. Overall in Galactic Assault, I like ranged heroes more than saber ones, simply because lightsaber heroes have to take lots of incoming fire in order to get kills, which can take a lot of skill to accomplish sometimes. I do plan to do a short guide on Leia in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. Next, let's talk about how to be successful on the map Crait with the First Order. On this side of the battle, it's definitely a bit more difficult to get battle points simply because you can't fire the ion disruptors. You do have to have slightly better skills in my opinion at winning against an enemy trooper, because that's one of the only ways you're going to be getting battle points. A popular strategy on any map is to stay near the ion disruptors and defend them. Enemies are bound to show up at some point, so if you can stay in a corner to where they can't see you, then that's pretty much a free kill right there. And honestly, if you want to wait for them to pick up the ion disruptor then kill them, you'll get slightly more battle points for playing the objective. Of course, this isn't the fastest way to get a hero, so another option would just be to roam the tunnels. This is the part that requires better one-on-one skills, so I don't recommend doing this if you're fairly new to all that stuff. Another awesome tip that I discovered recently is that if you can make it to the very back tunnel, where everybody likes to snipe, most troopers will just be paying attention to their aim, so that can make for a lot of free kills if they aren't paying attention to what's happening around them. Then of course there's a sniping option to where all you have to do is become a specialist and stick your head out of a hole in the ground and snipe. The last tip I have for this phase is that sometimes it's a good idea to use the walker's legs as your cover. You can stay behind its legs and pick off as many enemies as you can spot running along the super flat ground. This isn't a very popular strategy, but it's worked sometimes for me. For the next phase, it's almost always better to come out of the underground tunnel that exits straight into the rebel base. The only reason you wouldn't want to do this is again for sniping purposes. If you've already gotten a hero by now, my favorite for Galactic Assault by far is Boss. You can put his mines in a secure zone and throw his deadly gas over and over again, which can rack up to a pretty decent kill streak. Even if you haven't gotten a hero, in my opinion, going to try and secure the area is the best way to go. There's not a lot of areas where sniping does well in this phase, so try playing the objective instead. If you can manage to take the area and continue to the final phase, this is where Boss or really any other hero can shine. If you don't have a hero in this phase, I find it best to go through one of the tunnels on the side and surprise attack your enemies. It works really well, and again, you can rack up some kills doing this too. Playing the objective in this phase is relatively easy. All you have to do is shoot and destroy the target buildings. But keep in mind that there is a lot of people sniping this phase, so yes, that does mean that sniping is an option, so you will have to be careful where you stand and shoot. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. For the few of you that actually watch my videos, let me know how you think I'm doing, if I should do anything different. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe for more like this. I'll see y'all in the next one.